I wasn't really expecting a big digging job today, but here we are. She's a strong, independent woman. I think, what do I think? I don't know what I think. Oh, a bee! Hello everyone, welcome back to another allotment vlog. I'm Emma. This is my allotment, but this is my shed. This is my allotment. And we're here, we're back on a beautiful sunny but cold early spring day. And it is, what day is it? It's a Saturday. I'm on my own, I've got no help today. But I'm a strong independent woman, so I can do things on my own. And we've got a few jobs to do. Well, we've got quite a lot of jobs to do, let's be honest, because it's spring. And that's when it gets busy if you're a little gardener like us. Oh, if you're new, by the way, and you like gardening, allotmenting, growing, do subscribe. I'm also growing all my own wedding flowers, so subscribe to see that as well. But yeah, today, the jobs for today, because I need to get in and get working, is I've brought a few bits. Can you see? Where's the wheelbarrow? There. It's got some bits and bobs in from home. Me and Sam cleaned out our garage the other day. It was very satisfying. And in that I found several bags of my pet rabbit's litter that I was saving because it is compostable, and actually rabbit poo is a really good fertiliser, if you didn't know. So if you've got a pet rabbit, keep their bedding and their litter. And so I think I'm going to mulch a bed with that, because it needs to get out of our garage and do something. So I think I'm going to mulch a bed. I'm going to do a little bit of bed prep on the original plot, because I've sort of been sacking off the original plot in favour of the new flower pot, because I've been panicking about getting that ready. But now that's in a goodish state, so I think that's fine. And I'm also going to be sowing my vegetable seeds. I sowed most of my wedding flower seeds. I'll link that video above. I've already sowed them at home in my home greenhouse. But I'm going to sow my vegetable seeds here, A, because there's no room at home, and B, I'm here. So I've brought all my seeds with me. I've brought my whole seed tin thing, and we're going to sow like brassicas, lettuce, spring onions, stuff like that. We're going to get that going. But first, I think bed prep, because there's a lot of weed. I've basically neglected the allotment. There's a lot of weeding. There's a lot of plants that need to come out. Also, I think we've got some purple sprouting broccoli to take home. I kind of have been ignoring that because it keeps falling over and doing my head in, but I think there is actually some broccoli to snip off and take home. But yeah, today's going to be a bit of a grunt work day. Oh, also, the main reason I'm here, look at the sun, oh, delicious. I bought some raspberry canes on the internet and they've arrived, so I'm going to put them in somewhere. I'm not sure where, I'll be really honest. We did have at the top, I'll show you in a bit, but at the top of the plot in the corner next to the greenhouse, we did have a raspberry cane and a blackberry cane, but I'm going to take those out because it gets too wet over there. That's the thing you learn about your plot. If you put stuff in before you know how the weather lies, then it can go wrong, and it gets really, really floody down at the bottom end of the plot. So the raspberries haven't done very well, they don't like wet feet. So I'm going to put them on the new plot, I think. I might put them where we just took the structure out last time for the raspberries, but we'll see. Anyway, I've got to get them in today, so that's a job. Maybe I should do that first, because they've been... No, I'll tell you what I need to first. I need to soak them, because they're bare root. So I need to find a bucket and I need to soak them. So we'll do that first, and then I can get on with other stuff while they're soaking. Yeah, today's going to be a lot of grunt work. Oh, I really want to show you this, and then we'll get on with work. Look at this. Hello, little daffodils. These are daffodils and tulips I planted last year. And I've just let them naturally come back up. I've not replanted any, because this is like the flower bed, and I'll have cosmos in here for my wedding flowers, so I've not done too much with it. But look how cute these daffodils are. It's so nice to have some flowers on the plot. It makes it look a little bit less bleak. If you ask me why I need to soak the raspberry canes, I'm not entirely sure. That's just what you do with bare roots. When they come, you have to soak them, probably to rehydrate them or something. I'm not actually sure where the raspberries are going to go. They're both autumn fruiting because we've already got a very prolific summer fruiting raspberry in our garden in the border. Not the best place to put a raspberry. Silly idea, we're first year gardeners, we didn't realise quite what raspberries did. But anyway, that's a really prolific established summer fruiting raspberry. So I bought 2 autumn fruitings. Let me look at the varieties actually to tell you. So one is Joan J, which had good reviews for flavour and prolificness, and the other one is All Gold, so like a yellow raspberry, just because I thought that'd be interesting. Now I don't know where to put them basically. I'm gonna have to put them on the new plot because I don't think our current plot is set up. There's not really a good, because they're beds, you really need like a long line for raspberries. So I think I'm gonna go for the new plot, and I think I'm gonna have to put them where Mr. Man had his raspberries before, where Sam pulled the things out the ground. I think I'm still correct in pulling those things out the ground because it was ugly and it was taking up a lot of space. But I think I'm going to have to put them along this strip here, which means I've got to dig out all that grass. And there's a big nettle in there, so I'm going to have to dig that out as well, aren't I? Okay, this has turned into a much bigger job than I originally anticipated, because I need the other beds for flowers, because I've got 40 dahlias to plant somewhere. Clever idea, Emma. So I'm going to need all those beds for flowers. So that's really the only available space. It does also mean that if people walk along this path, they're just going to pick off our raspberries and eat them, aren't they? I think that's the only place I can put them. I think I'm going to have to just bite the bullet and put them there. It'll act as a bit of a border anyway. Alright, let's dig that out then. God, what a job. I wasn't really expecting a big digging job today, but here we are. At least it's nice weather. Right, so if I want my path in here, I'm gonna have to, so that can be the path, so it's sort of from here onwards, or I could have a nice big path. Raspberries spread, I've got 6 to get in and they do spread, so I'm just thinking there's a lot of grass to bloody cover up, innit? Let's just go from here. Although I could put in another flower bed. No, let's just go here. I've committed now. I really should have brought the edging tool from home if I'd have known, you see. If I'd have known. Could I just cardboard it and put compost on top? Just dig the holes for the raspberries. Put compost on top. Still got to dig out this nettle though. I feel like I can't make a decision today. Today's not a decision-making day. My God. There's an absolutely monstrous patch of nettles here, which is what I'm trying to dig out, but absolutely not in the right outfit for this. She's a strong, independent woman. hair's gone up, the cardigan's come off. It's hard work time. So I think I'm going to pull out these kale plants that have been in over winter but that we haven't actually done anything with, and just let the birds eat them. I'm going to take these out and fully no-dig this bed. I've got some of my rabbits' litter, I've got a couple of bags of compost, so I think I can do it, and I've got some cardboard that I brought from home, so hopefully we can fully no-dig this bed, because this bed has never been no-digged. We've always done it straight into the ground because we've always had stuff in. I don't really know why we did that, but anyway, no-dig, my favourite, because it always looks so pristine once you've put cardboard and compost on. So I don't know quite how I'm going to get these kale plants out of the ground though. They're very chunky. Oh, okay. Oh, like that, I suppose. Okay. Few bits off camera because number one, my dad came so I was chatting to him, and number two, I just was getting on with a lot of weeding, hoeing, mulching, you know, the really boring jobs that no one cares about, pulling kale out of the ground. But I'll give you a quick rundown of what I've been up to. I'm very tired. I must say the new plot is looking mighty fine. Sam did a great job at the wood chipping. So raspberries are in the ground. I've also done a top dressing with compost and watered them in, so hopefully they will get going. I'm not expecting much this year obviously, but next year hopefully. I have put some rabbit bedding on this dahlia bed because those two have got manure in, so I thought I'd put something on this bed because this is going to have dahlias in as well. Similarly, I've put some rabbit bedding on this bed as a bit of a mulch, because I think I might have to put dahlias in this bed as well. This is just going to be the dahlia plot, never mind the flower plot, it's just the dahlia plot. I also weeded around the perennial plot. Now I think some of those plants have died. I'm going to leave it till it comes late spring, summer, because they might come back, but they didn't look very healthy. Those two in the middle, the big ones, that one and that one, they're okay, they've got green on, but none of the rest have got green on, so that's slightly worrying. I also weeded this bed, and I had some gypsophilia bare root tuber things that have just been in a pot for ages, and I thought they were dead, but then they were sprouting, so I thought bloody hell, I'll get them in the ground. So I've just put them in between the roses because I might have to use this bit for dahlias. We'll see. Again, I've weeded that bed, so the new plot is looking wonderful. Look how impressive that polytunnel is that he's making. I feel like I want some tips. Can he make us one? Because ours is going to look really compared to his. Oh well. I also need to measure that gap to see what size polytunnel to buy. This bed has now been cardboarded, mulched with rabbit bedding and compost on top. I know that's not enough, it's all I've got at the moment. So that bed's freshly done, that bed's freshly done, that bed needs a top up but is okay. I've taken the kale out of there and given it a hoe over. There's a few more beds that need a good weed, good cardboard, a good compost, a good mulch, but for now I think it's okay. Also, I moved the pea structure, so we've got two there because I just thought we might need a bed for something else. So we'll just have peas there, and I'm going to do I really want to do my sweet pea archway again, but it did collapse the last time, so I'm not sure, but we'll figure that out when we get there. I might do it on the new plot, you know, who knows. But yeah, so everything's looking okay over here. I'm so little daffodils. I think I'm going to start sowing some seeds. The sun's come out, so it'll be nice and roasty toasty in the greenhouse. And yeah, let me get my seeds out and let's see what we're working with. I sort of wasn't expecting it to be as warm as it is, and I've got a thermal on. I've had to open the greenhouse window. Anyway, I've just had a look at what seeds I'm going to sow. I'm going to start with my onions. I have got some onions on at home that I started in February, I think, and I've got onion sets in, overwintering onion sets, but you know, do more onions. I'm only going to sow one like proper onion, which is Rinsberger, and then I'm going to do 2 salad spring onions. Get them going. I think. What do I think? I don't know what I think. I don't know what container to put things in. And I'm a bit scared because there's spiders everywhere. Spiders. Okay, I think I'll do this first. So I've got my seed sowing mix down here, which is a bunch of random stuff, to be honest. It's got a bit of all-purpose. Oh, my hair. It's got a bit of all-purpose composting. What else it got in? It's got a bit of seed sowing compost. It's got a bit of super fertiliser, and it's got a bit of cocoa cure in. And it's just a nice fine mix. I wouldn't normally put fertiliser in, but I had it and I fancied it, so we'll see how they go with a bit of fertiliser. I didn't put a lot in. But yeah, right, first we'll go with onions and then we'll do some other stuff. Next up, I'm going to do a little bit of beetroot. I have got some different varieties that will go in April, but I like succession sow beetroot, because last year I just did it all at once and we had far too much. So I'm just going to do 2 varieties for now, and then I'll succession sow some more if I do fancy in due course. So let's just do 2 varieties for now. I'll show you the varieties, that would be useful, wouldn't it? I'm going to do beetroot Detroit and chuggier, or swirly whirly as I like to say, and I am going to clump sow them in a seed tray like this. I'm going to do it how Mr. Charles Dowding does it. So you put about 3 seeds in each hole, let them all grow up together. You don't separate them, you just plant them all together as a little plug of 3, and then as they grow you just pick the biggest one, and then the other 2 grow, and then you pick the biggest one, and then the last one grows. It's worked out really well. We've always had good beetroot, so I'm going to just do it like that. Don't, you know, if it ain't broke, no one fix it. Some lettuce. I've got loads of lettuce seeds, so I'm just going to do a mixture. I'm going to do some romaine, some Great Lakes, some Webb's Wonderful, and basically just a mix. I might also sow some directly later on in the month, like the mixed salad. I might just sow that directly, but yeah, I'm just going to do a nice little mix of lettuce, just random really. I've not got a favourite lettuce. I don't think my pet bunny has a favourite lettuce, so I'll just go with whatever. Okay, we're powering through. So for brassicas, I'm going to do some kale. I'm going to do not as much kale as last year. I'm going to do kale Nero di Toscana. That, to be fair, that is my rabbit's favourite. Purple kale just because it's fun, and then mixed chard bright lights. Just because fun. I'm not really thinking too much about it. I'm trying to do slightly less of each thing this year because I know a lot of my space is going to be taken up by wedding flowers, so I'm having to kind of be sensible and think I'm going to have a little bit less of each thing to make room for new flowers. But I still obviously want to grow my veggies. I don't want it to just be a flower pot this year. I did really enjoy my veggies last year, so I'm still growing them, but yeah, just doing slightly less of each, just practicing a bit more, you know, patience, a bit more minimalism, because I think it's very easy to just sow everything and plant everything, but then me and Sam never actually ate as much as we planted. So I think a little, for 2 people, if you've got a big family, you can probably plant more, but for 2 people, this is certainly enough. Like 2 varieties of kale is definitely enough. 4 varieties of lettuce is definitely enough. So minimalism. Who'd have thought I'd have been saying minimalism? Not me. Also, can the weather make up its mind? Because I'm cardigan on, cardigan off, cardigan on, cardigan off. Driving me insane. It also looks like it might absolutely dramatically piss it down, which is not what I want. Okay, now we're moving on to a bit more of the big boys. We're moving on to our broccoli, cauliflower, cabbage, sprouts. So I've done a modular tray. These trays, by the way, not the thing it's in, but these, oh, it's stuck. These plastic trays, these are from Container Wise and they are amazing, perfect. They're hard plastic, not like the flimsy, you know, you can get flimsy plastic ones, and they just fit in your seed tray like that, and they're great. And I've got some with small holes and some with big holes. They did send them to me last year, but they're amazing, so I'll just they're always linked in the description if you fancy getting yourself some good quality seed trays. So let's have a look. Let's dive into the brassicas. Right, so broccoli and cauliflower. We are going for all year round cauliflower. It's a staple. Bearing in mind, I've never grown a successful cauliflower or broccoli at this plot, but we're trying again. All year round cauliflower, purple cauliflower, early purple sprouting broccoli, green sprouting broccoli, and then just your normal green calabrese broccoli. I think that's what we're going to go for this year, and I'm just going to try and sow 1 or 2 seeds in each tray, and then I'll pluck out the one that, you know, I'll thin them out basically, so then there'll only be 1 plant in each cell, and I think that will work out okay. It's getting a bit chilly and the clouds are getting very dark, so I'm going to hurry up. On to cabbage and Brussels. This is the last tray, thank God, because I'm bored now. Cabbage, again, I'm just randomly picking. Sometimes I'm doing stuff I've done before, sometimes I'm not. I'm really not thinking too hard this year. So cabbage, we've got Wheeler's Imperial, Golden Acre, Calibos, Red Drumhead, and then sprouts. This is the only sprout seeds I've got for March. I must have another one, but it must be in my April box, because I know I've got a purple sprout, but I'm going to do Evesham Special. I think I grew them last year, I don't know, can't remember. So yeah, just going to give these a go, and then chop some purple sprouting broccoli. Oh, a bee! A bee! A big bumblebee. Oh my god, it's spring, it's happening. Spring, spring has sprung, there's a bee. That's made me happy. I hope the bees are okay. Go to my daffodil. Go to my daffodil. Okay, finished sowing, all in the greenhouse, all ready to go. Final job of the day is going to be, I'm talking quickly because I need a wee and I don't want a shed wee. So final job of the day is going to be to harvest my leaning tower of purple sprouting broccoli, because there is some purple sprouting broccoli on there, so I've not harvested anything in a really long time. But yeah, just going to harvest that. I've not got a nice basket because I wasn't expecting to harvest anything, so we'll see how we get on. Also, I'm going to do it really quickly because I'm doing the wee dance now. See, I neglected this plant and there's actually loads of broccoli, so my bad. That's actually quite a lot of broccoli there. Amazing. There's loads on it as well, so I'm glad I didn't rip it all out like I wanted to. At least we've got a harvest from it. Right, I can go home now. Oh, I'll have to finish this one in the car because everyone in the nan's got the rotivators out today. I suppose it is a good day if you're a rotivator, if you're a digger. It's a nice dry day, so fair enough. But it would mean that you wouldn't hear a Scooby-Doo that I was saying. So thank you for watching. I've had a very productive day. I feel absolutely accomplished now that the new plot is 95% done, minus polytunnel, minus a tiny little bit of bed work, but everything's mulched. My dahlias have got a lovely home to live in once they can come outside in like June. But yeah, I've had a really good day, really productive. I'm absolutely desperate for a wee, so I'm going to wrap it up. Thank you for watching. If you've watched this far and you've not subscribed, please subscribe. There is plenty more gardening content to come. Whether you watch our home vlogs, we do a lot of gardening at home in our back garden, they're all in the weekend vlogs, or you want to see the allotment videos, they're all here, or if you want to stay tuned with my wedding flower series, do subscribe. Leave a comment. What can you leave a comment? Can you leave me a raspberry recipe in preparation for all my raspberries coming up, because I only make jam. I make a good jam, don't get me wrong, I make a very good raspberry jam, but we're shortly going to be engulfed with raspberries, with our raspberries at home, and then the new raspberries, we're going to have a lot of raspberries. So tell me your favourite raspberry recipes, and if you've not got a recipe, just leave a little raspberry emoji. Do they have raspberry emojis? Or a strawberry, any berry really, your favourite berry, because all of the comments help push the video out to new people, so I'm very grateful. Also, like the video again, helps us and it lets us know that we're doing the right thing, and subscribe and click the bell and all the other YouTube stuff. Right, I'm gonna go home to the toilet now. Bye, love you, bye.